The Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles wants to change the over-the-counter system currently used to issue driver's licenses and experiment with an untested central issue postal delivery licensing system. If the Massachusetts Registry turns to central issuance for licenses, you can expect to be hearing complaints from your constituents soon. Currently, there are 3 bills in the legislature related to this licensing issue. House Bill number 4723 requests that a commission be formed to study the comparative advantages of each system. House Bill number 4735 ensures that the driver's rights of privacy be protected. And House Bill number 4736 mandates an over-the-counter license system for the Commonwealth. We believe this licensing matter warrants your careful attention before you vote on these important House bills. The current contract with the Polaroid Corporation, the supplier of the existing system, expires on May 31st, 1993, unless it is extended by agreement between the registry and Polaroid. The advantages of keeping the existing over-the-counter system are quickly apparent when we look at the way licenses are issued. 85% of license applications are renewals. To renew a license, an applicant goes to a registry with the pre-printed personal data card sent out by the Department of Motor Vehicles. This process would be the same in either an over-the-counter or central issue system. A data card contains identification information, part of the applicant's driving record, which is stored in the registry's online computer. The driver's record is quickly checked to make sure there are no recent vehicular violations. The old license is collected and checked as a positive visual identification of the applicant. Next, an instant photograph is taken, simultaneously capturing the applicant's portrait and the image of the data card. Here, the over-the-counter advantages become apparent. Polaroid's program in Massachusetts is entirely a pay-as-you-go contract. It is based on a cost per license issued. There is no capital investment by the Commonwealth. Each license pays for itself. In contrast, the registry's plan for a central issue system will require a significant capital outlay for additional computer systems. In a central issue system, the next step would require the driver's digital image and data to be transmitted to a central issue facility, where the information would be merged to and printed on a card. This process is a costly proposal that risks major capital expenditures. In contrast, the over-the-counter system has only one more step. The photograph is permanently bonded into a special Polaroid security laminate containing a unique Polaroid hologram that cannot be duplicated. This unique Polaroid security provision was introduced on October 5, 1992. Massachusetts was the first state in the Union to have this unique security advantage. It is impossible to tamper with the new Polaroid-based license without destroying the license in the process. The hologram will not photocopy, foiling counterfeiting attempts. With an over-the-counter system, within 5 minutes the driver leaves with a new license. The process is simple, safe, and secure. Approximately 1 million license renewals of this type were issued to Massachusetts drivers last year. In fact, 74% of U.S. states use over-the-counter systems. Polaroid can add a barcode or magnetic stripe on the back of the current Massachusetts license. It's easier for authorities to access the driver's record from the online computer by simply sliding the license through a reader. Access to information need not be complicated. With the addition of a Polaroid scanner, all the license information in the existing over-the-counter license can be stored in the registry's computer. This way, applicants requesting a duplicate license can be positively identified before issuing a duplicate license. This substantially eliminates the likelihood of fraud. Polaroid over-the-counter driver's licenses are available in a wide variety of designs and formats. To a Massachusetts citizen, a photo driver's license is more than evidence that he or she is licensed to drive. Licenses are used routinely as proof of identity for cashing checks, using credit cards, and myriad daily transactions requiring positive photo identification. With central issue systems, applicants can't leave with a license. They have to wait for the license to be made and mailed to them. Since a license is used every day for an ID, the applicant wants to leave the registry with a license in hand. In California and New York, two central issue states, there have been serious delays in the delivery of finished licenses. New York has a current backlog of about 600,000 people waiting for licenses.
Glitches in converting a new digital photo system have slowed the production of some 600,000 licenses since last October. About 70 license seekers a day are processed through this Plattsburgh office. So for now, drivers are given a 3-month license extension.
Enforcement agencies know that the Albany is trying to make the best picture possible and have some difficulties. However, their license is still good until such time as they receive their actual photo license.
In Massachusetts, the registry's plan is to give applicants a temporary paper license. It is unlikely the temporary license will be accepted as positive ID.
When verifying a check, I would not be able to accept paper identification. It's just too temporary. And additionally, I'd be worried about the sales that I might lose as a result of not being able to accept the checks.
Under a central issue system, Massachusetts would mail more than 1 million licenses a year from a central issue location to drivers' mailboxes throughout the state. This raises a second problem: security. Mail can be lost or stolen. There's a real possibility that you may never get your license, or it may fall into the wrong hands. Even the process of making central issue licenses isn't foolproof, as was illustrated on this national talk show.
Somebody was telling me about your license that they sent you. That's a very funny story. I haven't seen it yet.
It's funny. You ready for this? This is my LA driver's license.
This is wrong. It says Clarence Clemens. They sent this to you in the mail?
This is it.
Can you show that, sir?
And you can be sure that it's the driver who has to take the time to straighten out the problem. Despite being made electronically, central issue cards are not tamper-proof.
In 5 years of checking IDs at a bar, Aaron Young has collected hundreds of forged IDs from 40 different states. He believes Minnesota's has to be one of the easiest to tamper with. So do police, who've shown us the simple process of peeling back the laminate and inserting a new picture, or shaving away the lettering and inserting new information. The last straw for police was a large Twin Cities group caught forging these checks with a collection of stolen licenses in 1991.
Central issue licenses can be counterfeited, as illustrated in this story from Arizona.
An ASU freshman is accused of making what police say are some of the most authentic-looking fake IDs they've ever seen.
June, the officer found what amounted to a fake ID factory in Robert Schuster's car. Police don't know yet how many fake IDs were actually delivered, but the evidence indicates it was a money-making business.
There is also the unresolved question of the state's responsibility to protect the driver's image, signature, and other data from sale to banks, stores, or businesses for commercial purposes. There are documented cases of illegal sales in centralized systems in the states of Missouri and New York. Finally, there's the issue of cost. For starters, Massachusetts would be mailing more than 4 million licenses over the next 5 years at a cost of over $1 million in postage alone. On top of this, there's the capital outlay for additional computer equipment, the maintenance of that equipment, plus the labor to handle both the applications at the registries and the processing and shipping of the licenses from the central location. You have to ask whether this makes sense. 74% of U.S. states use over-the-counter systems. It's convenient, it's secure, and it's cost-effective. Customers like the system. In fact, Washington State and Utah have joined 9 other states in converting to an over-the-counter system after a history of problems with central issue. We applaud the Massachusetts Registry for its many initiatives to increase customer service. Many innovations, such as licensed express branches in shopping malls, the use of credit cards for payment, and the 800 information number, are breakthroughs in convenience. Clearly, the registry is committed to continually improving service to its customers. The point here is common sense, supplying a cost-effective system that is most appropriate for our customers' needs, in this case, Massachusetts drivers. In weighing the choices for your constituents, you must ask yourself 3 questions. Is the process cost-effective? Will the result be simple and convenient for your constituents? And finally, is the system proven to be reliable and secure? For the past 24 years, Polaroid has been committed to meeting the requirements of the registry. The over-the-counter system currently in use is cost-effective, It pays for itself with every license issued. Over-the-counter systems are convenient. The drivers leave with a license. That's why 37 states prefer it. Polaroid licenses are secure. Top security agencies throughout the world rely on the quality of Polaroid ID systems. Polaroid is the world leader in identification systems, offering a variety of photo ID systems, including highly sophisticated digital imaging solutions. We ask you to carefully review and support House Bills number 4723, 4735, and 4736. As members of the legislature, it is imperative that you act now to do what is best for our citizens. Take action now, before it's too late.